Yeah, 14 minutes into the game and we're still only at Emerald Hill Zone 2. But on the bright side, we did get 5 Chaos Emeralds, so it wasn't a total waste of time. Plus, we left off trying to get the 6th Chaos Emerald. Welcome back. We're still at Emerald Hill Zone trying to get the 6th Chaos Emerald, then try and go for the 7th. Fortunately, these two aren't that difficult. You just have to know where all the rings are going to come from, and where all the enemies are going to be. That sounds simple, right? The one thing I don't like about the half-pipe zone is trying to get those rings when they're in 2 separate lines like that, especially on the side. It's just really hard to line up with it. You might get a few or half of them, but it's just really hard to get all of them. And sometimes you really need to get all of them. Ah, good, it's another simple part of Follow the Rings. Jump over and get about 9 rings. Finally increasing the numbers. This one's pretty much like before, just kind of stay on the sides, stay out of the center. You just gotta know which sides are coming on. That always throws me off. You can get a lot from here, but it's just... you never really see it coming. You should, but you don't. Almost at 160. The next one is 210 though. That's a huge increase. Yeah, you just kind of zigzag right there and then jump. There's one part here where you have to jump really early so you can get some extra rings. There it was. This next part is just kind of pathetic. You just have to jump. Just keep jumping. All it is just the giant rings. Now you know why I don't think this next one is that challenging. It's just almost kind of pathetic. Jeez, I beat it with 17 rings. I beat it with 17 extra rings. Another extra life. One more Chaos Emerald and we can pay Dr. Eggman a good visit with Supersonic on the first level. Holy crap, it just called him Dr. Eggman. It's supposed to be robotic. You know what? The game actually does call him Eggman. And I can prove it. I'll show you where it calls him Eggman. It'll probably be in the last video, but it does call him Eggman. Only in the instruction manual and in the back of the container does it call him Robotnik. But it really is Eggman. And watch, I will prove it to you. And if you've seen my review of Turtles in Time, you'll know that instruction manuals don't always get things right. And yeah, I do know that in Japan it was always Eggman. And we're almost there. And we're there! We just have to complete this one, and it's Supersonic time. First one is... see, they're not kidding around. The good news is this one is kind of like the one from, what was it, the 4th one, where you just kind of jump from side to side. There are no enemies on the side, but sometimes it doubles on the side. See, that was 2 in a row, and this is 2 in a row, and I think this is 2 in a row. Yeah, it was 2 in a row. So that means this one's 2 in a row, and I missed a lot, which means it's going to be really hard to make up for those, because it's really hard to get those lines when they're on 2 separate lines. I just said hard to get the lines. It's supposed to be hard to get the rings. But hey, I got 2 extra rings, so I'm good. Get 150. Oh, this part is so easy, especially if you know what's coming. I mean, it's still hard to get in the right spot so you can get all the rings. But there's this one spot where it gets 5 in a row on the same side, on the left. I think this is it, yeah, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you don't want to step, you want to keep getting as many as you can. Because now I only need 10 more to get the next, just to get the last Chaos Emerald. But this is where having another person as Tails would have come in handy. Look at this. It's insanity, and now all I have to do is just make sure I don't hit anything. Okay, just keep getting as many as I can. That way if I get hit, no problem. No problem. Jump. Stay away. Oh good, after this there are no more. There's no more enemies. I've already beaten this. I got the final Chaos Emerald! Yes! Sonic has all the Chaos Emeralds. What does that mean? Now Sonic can change into Supersonic! And oh, what fun this is gonna be. But I'm not gonna go up against him as regular Sonic. I'm gonna go back and get 50 rings just to have Supersonic on the first level without using a cheat code. Wait a minute, this isn't the first level, it's the first zone. No. What is this? This is the first zone, second act. That's what it is, right? The zones and acts always confuse me. Almost there. Almost there. Get some extra for more time. Oh, maybe I should go... Supersonic time! I won't have time to get those 10 rings. I just want to get to the end. Tear Dr. Eggman apart! Or at least tear his machine apart. I'm waiting. You know, when I went to go back and play the Sega Genesis, when you hit Dr. Eggman, or whatever, if you still want to call him Robotnik, it actually makes a weaker sound. I was actually surprised by that, but yeah. It actually has a different sound on the Sega Genesis. Go, little woodland creatures, go! You're free! And watch they all get trapped again. But at least we're finally on to somewhere else. Chemical Plant Zone. Probably one of the most fun levels you can have in the entire game. All it really is speed, speed, speed. And if we take the bottom path, we can get more rings. Yep, don't want to hit... No, I don't want to hit... I don't want to go up. I want to keep going this way. I hate those guys. Be real careful with them. Oh, that's right. If I go up here and get on that platform, I can get 20 rings plus a shield. But all I really need is 20 rings. Heck, all I need is 1 ring. Time for... Supersonic! I love the music that plays with Supersonic. Has someone done lyrics for this yet? Man, I just love it. Unlike going Super in Sonic 3 and Knuckles, this one doesn't have the same music as the Invincibility. It has its own theme. That's what I love about it. This sounds really good. And we're through the first zone. Now, as I said back in the first part, I'm not going to jump after the goalpost anymore, just because if I do, sometimes it might freeze the game. It happened to me when I did it on Hilltop Zone. It froze, yet Sonic was still walking, and the time wasn't counting down, and the points never came up, so it just stuck like that. And I had to start all over, so I don't want to risk that. Wait, how did I miss that? Guess I'm taking the long way. Going up. Watch out. Spin. Going up. And we wasted about 20 seconds that would have gotten me here if I had just made that ledge. Ooh. Some extra goodies. Time for a little trip. Ooh. I'm off to a good start for getting Supersonic right now. Whee! I'll just skip it. I don't need it right now. Why does it always stop me? Sometimes it just stops me when I get to that little loop, and I just don't know what... Oop! I didn't want to change right now! Well, it's going to be impossible to platform on those jumps. Did I just say platform on those jumps? I mean jump on those platforms. This is what you guys have been waiting for, just to hear me mess up, haven't you? Whee! Oh, I almost went off the screen. This part's not so hard. This part's still not so hard. Okay, gotta be careful, gotta be careful. Gotta make sure I don't fall in. I can make it, I can make it. Ah, shoot! Fast forward! Yeah, anytime I need to fast forward, I'm just going to use that music piece from Banjo-Tooie. Makes things look interesting, right? Or at least it kind of fits. I love how they have that little block down there to catch you when you fall. Great move on their part. They knew that was going to happen. I hate this fight the most because it always has a cheap... Should I fast forward again? Yes. Let's fast forward again. Well, that was worth it. Yeah, I know. You can just stay on top of him if you... Yep. Just keep bouncing off of him, but you have to make sure you land. Ugh. I hate that boss because of the cheap death. Eggman himself is a pushover, but it's the environment itself that's a threat. Ugh. Well, can you believe it? We already got through Chemical Zone. It took me one video just to get through all of Emerald Hill, but then again I was going through all the emeralds. So I guess that means it won't be taking that much longer to get through all these other zones, as long as I can get 50 rings to become supersonic. Fortunately, I know how to get 50 easy rings on this zone. Or this act, or forget it. I just know how to get 50 rings real easily on this part. Just gotta keep going up. Three in the log. Then 3 on top. Oh boy. Oh well. A shield. Do I even need it? Why not? Ooh, bounced off his head. Got 10 more rings. This is so much fun. Already through the zone. No, not gonna jump. Not gonna chance it. I don't care. Not doing it. Hey, continue. I don't even think I'm gonna need that. Hopefully, you know what? It doesn't even matter. For this one, you don't even need to be supersonic. Heck, you can beat him with 0 rings. The boss for this zone is just pathetic. Probably one of the most pathetic bosses in Sonic history. Whee! I'm gonna go down there and sit here and wait and wait. That wasn't so bad. But I hate these little fly robots. And it would be a very good idea to go into a roll so you don't lose your rings. There's the spring. Oop. I want to see if I can not touch the water. So far so good. Oh man, isn't this the part where there's those... Nope. Guess that's the next part. There's that part where it shoots you up, but then you might get hit by these 3 fly robots. There it is! Okay, there's 2 of them, but I guess the other one stayed up there. There he is. I hate that guy. They always make me lose my rings. Even though I don't need them, I just like to have them. Oh well. This one is just so pathetic. They even allow you to even get on top of those totem poles. Just so you can have an easier time to beat him. And he's already easy. You'd think if you just touch the hammer, you would take damage. I mean, I don't understand it. Then again, should I? No, I shouldn't. Where did those penguins come from? Seriously, did they swim here? I mean, South Island too close to the Antarctic? What? Well, that's all the time I have for this video, except for the preview. Sonic will try to resist the temptation of gambling, play teeter-totter on the mountainside, avoid the one thing that even Supersonic's afraid of, and if I fast forward a few parts, we can get to the end of Oil Ocean Zone Act 1.